Said I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmines with my Vans, ooh, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. Ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then it vanish. I can't stand it. Out of order way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. Guys playing, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. On my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not person making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 For real, for real, really real, really real, really real, really real, for real, for real, for real, for real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just why I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
Good morning all. Yes, sir. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Let me see, all systems go. Everything does look like it is working here. FOMC today. Let's get into it. Let's see what we have going on and take it from there. Who do we have in YouTube chat? Let's see who here today. Quincy's here and that's it. Let's see. Everyone's sleeping. Say hello. Good morning to you all and say it back. So, expecting rates to come down here. Once a few more people show up, I will discuss about this a little bit more in depth, right? So we can, I don't need to repeat myself, right? So let's let a few more people show up. We'll do the analysis first, and then I'll discuss a little breakdown of FOMC, okay? I'll give like a short and sweet FOMC, how it can impact price, short and sweet, okay? Coming back to actually what price is doing, if we start off here on the daily time frame, previous daily is closing bullish after yesterday's rallies we had during London session, mostly actually. And 4-hour time frame here is closing bearish. So mixed session, again, we are breaking some structure but respecting previous structure. Now, it is FOMC today. So we could see today just range. It is very possible. We need to be careful. The one thing that I would not be surprised at, now it's a 50-50. But I would not be surprised if we were to like fake out from down here. It wouldn't surprise me. But the last few days, price action has been great. So today, as I come to the charts here, I am not seeing bad price action. Like we are moving. Like if I came to the charts and we're still stuck going sideways here, I'm like, it's a little bit bad. But we are starting to try retest the bottom of the range now. Potentially even break the bottom of the range before FOMC. And then we see what happens. So let's bring in a little bit more of our markup here and mark this, boom, right here like this. 1 hour resistance. And then let's see, the 30 is higher. No, 30 is the same, 15 is higher. So we can mark the 15 here as well. I don't like these lines super close. It's annoying. But anyways, we have to mark them. Now, plan for today, it being mixed bias. If we see change of structure from the bottom of the range, we can just buy from the bottom of the range, right? We can buy from the bottom of the range back up. Now, for shorts here, I feel like it's a mix feeling here. I kind of feel like I can trade 275, but at the same time, I want to be a seller below 75, not at it. So it's going to depend how we form. Like if we form a bullish candle now, then a bearish and close below, then I can take it. Especially if like a 1 hour candle is closing below and all of that good stuff. So if we're getting like a combination of all of those things, then it would make sense to continue the sells down. Preferably, I don't want to sell continuation today. I rather buy to a target. It's much safer. So I really don't want to be playing buy above, sell below. I kind of want to see like good structure. I will attempt to sell below just because it's an opportunity and, hopefully I have a chance to manage. If not, okay, whatever. It is FOMC day. I'm not going to push anything crazy in terms of, try to catch continuation all the way down here on 1 minute being FOMC, unless we just see like stupid volume. Which is possible. We've seen London do surprisingly well on gold. So yesterday we had a breakout. Let's log the time around 10:30. So 30 minutes from now, if we're starting to see a setup, it's going to be our most profitable time per se, or the most likely time we're going to get a push. So we can look to capitalize off that. Now, if we're looking at DAX here on the other hand, DAX had a big dump yesterday. Really made it towards the downside after London session. The guys yesterday cooked, and I was watching NY chat just selling on DAX here. I was looking at US 30, attempting to try catch some of the sells on US 30 here, but US 30 lacked continuation. There was some 5-minute option here for sells, but then it just lacked more continuation and we kind of flagged out. But DAX yesterday in New York was even better than London, way better than, it was an absolute collapse here. So let's see where the daily has landed, because we can see it's left a fat daily candle here closing below our previous daily support here, and that's a pretty big close, man. So this is the resolution to our big range we've been in for, let's just use this to make our life easier. About 2 weeks here we've been in this range. Now we broke out of this range pre-FOMC and we come down to this daily support. So we sit at this daily support now, closed below it, We do have range towards the downside. 4 hours just in a bit of a consolidation after our massive push, which is pretty normal. We have one more 4 hour here. This is previous 4 hour support. P4. This is our P4 as well. And then we have a current 4 hour support right here as well. So bias is actually mixed today. We could see a bounce from here is definitely possible. I'm a little bit more inclined for... I mean, the bounce doesn't look that bad, eh? Bounce doesn't look that bad if we get above that previous 4 hour. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. Now, if we fail from here, we can actually look for setups back down. Honestly, selling only comes clean below here unless we form some sort of 5-minute structure that we can sell through. But yeah, ranges are small towards downside. You are correct. But towards upside, we have ranges. So if it wants to bounce out of here a little bit, it's going to be valid. Valid for a little bit of a bounce here. So that is what I'm going to be looking for on DAX. Pretty simple plan. So more information from sells. I'll be happy to sell from the top of the range. If not, I'm going to be looking for a little bit of a bounce play. I am more bearish than bullish, but a bounce play won't be out of the ordinary. It being FOMC, we could range here for the rest of the day. Look how rangy US 30 looks. You know, SPX as well, pretty rangy. NASDAQ, pretty rangy as well. So I wouldn't be surprised to DAX to follow through. Trading UJ on it. Let's see what UJ is doing. Finally moved out of its stupid daily range here, only to bring us back down to where? A daily support. So not really solving our problem here, but this also could be a bounce zone here for UJ as well. 4 hour time frame, actually bearish bias with this, but if it starts breaking above this previous 4, I will consider it as like a mixed bias. But as long as it remains below, then also potential bounce play. It's kind of looking like, you know, kind of looking like already, you know, potential bounce play. Your internet already good seems like to be back. Yeah, it seems like to be back. Haven't had any issues, to be honest. So that's nice to see. And yeah, that's pretty much the analysis here. In about 10-15 minutes, we'll talk about FOMC. And yeah. So that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the analysis. Appreciate you guys showing up for the analysis. Make sure to leave a like on the stream. Get the likes up to 100. I would appreciate that. You know the drill. Good morning everyone. And yeah. One other thing. What do you expect FOMC? I'm going to give a FOMC breakdown in a minute. And then we'll do a quiz as well. Put this Pip Labs launches day after tomorrow. Very excited for that. Let me start planning a quiz. Start a poll. Let's do this. All right, this is interesting. All right, so quiz of today here before we do our little breakdown is, why has gold plus indices reached all-time high? Like, what has been the catalyst? A, people trading gold and indices. B, retail buying. C, rate cut pricing in plus fundamentals. Or D, because orange juice went down. Which one is it? 50% Pudding orange juice went down. I know I spelled pricing in wrong, but you know. Every answer, including orange juice, went down, right? That's the main answer. You have to choose one. So we'll leave this up a little bit. How do you think rate cuts affect DAX? DAX is influenced slightly by global stock market. Obviously, DAX is a little bit different because it's of German economy, but if general world economies do better, it's going to help people purchase things from Germany, right? So we'll run this quiz. Harry, what do you mean by bounce play, playing off the extremes on daily 4-hour? Pretty much. Kind of also like after a big push down, you can expect a bit of a breather, whether that's a range or a small pullback first. Susan says it is retail traders not wanting to miss action. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I can't type this much, unfortunately. I can't type this much, but it's cool. Man, iOS 26 update made my phone slow. Anyone felt the same? No, I don't update. Man, I have a very old iPhone, man. I probably have an older iPhone than most of you here in chat who have an iPhone. But as long as it works, I don't change it. That's the kind of guy I am. I have 13, me too. Mine is 13. So we're the same. iPhone 5, okay, then you win, definitely. Mine is 10, okay, you win. I should probably buy the new iPhone, especially that I use the camera. Buy 17 Pro, yeah. I just like, you know, I'm it's like if my phone works, then I'm gonna use it, you know what I mean? My daughter uses iPhone 8. That's a good iPhone, that one. While both commodities, their price movements are not directly linked, a natural disaster in Florida impacts orange harvest will not necessarily affect the price of gold. Oh, man. Any buy or sell position? We're waiting now. We're waiting. We'll see. If gold starts to leave this range, man, we have a very big selling range if it wants to try fill of this. It's just a waste of money to flex on latest iPhone if ours is still working fine. Depends. Like for me, my camera is kind of broken and stuff like that. So I think it'll be worth the upgrade since I use it to film stuff. You know, especially when you're jumping from a 13 to a 17, you'll notice the difference. Now, if it doesn't bother you, and you don't need it for practical usage, then yeah. Doesn't make sense. Can you use an Android for you, Team Apple? I'm Team Apple. Team Apple for now. I used to use Android. Harry, your funded account. Why are you shouting, bro? Why are you shouting with caps? No need to shout with caps. I can read your message. Put the money towards the new chair you want. Problem is the new chair is double the phone, man. The new chair is, I think, like, yeah, it's double the price of the phone. It wasn't 2 steps, it's 1 steps with that. So it was a 1 step. Anyways, guys, make sure you listen to this very clearly. I'm gonna give a breakdown of, okay, I'm gonna give a breakdown of what? I'm gonna give a breakdown of FOMC. So FOMC today, what is FOMC? FOMC is basically a meeting where they're going to discuss the rates. I expect a 25-point rate cut. This is gonna come back as expected, right? So I'm about 90% sure, 95% sure we are gonna come down to 4.25, no more, no less. If they do not cut rates, huge market shock, you will see the biggest crash you can ever imagine. Okay, the biggest crash you can ever, it will be massive if they don't cut rates. Okay, so what has happened? Press conference going to be very important to talk about the economy, as well as talk about future rate cuts and how that's going to impact price. So we have been pricing in FOMC. Gold has been pushing up with the rate cut bets here. So we could easily have a spike when they cut rate bets, and then we play out a kind of analysis of where it's called buy the rumor, sell the news type event. So leading into FOMC, we have rallied. As FOMC hits, we can start to see price pull back. Okay, so over the next few days, we could enter into a pullback phase. Daily time frame can start to capitulate, and we can make our way down and even potentially retest down here 500s. And if things get crazy over time, we could retest all-time high here again at 435. That is definitely possible to see a retest all the way down there if things are not looking good for the economy, right? Especially if inflation starts to tick up. So after they cut rates, if they indicate, right, if they indicate that, hey, inflation is under control and labor market is doing well, right? As long as labor market is doing well and inflation's under control, the markets will continue to rally. As soon as labor market is threatened, as soon as inflation starts to rise up a bit more, we will see pullbacks formed in the market. So be very careful about looking for continuation after FOMC. I'm going to be keeping my eyes on potential pullbacks and capitalizing off pullbacks post FOMC. That is my breakdown there. Hopefully that makes sense, and you guys can use that information to help you. I can position myself for some higher time frame trades here and then take it from there. So that is going to be my plan for FOMC here. I do believe FOMC will be pretty messy with spikes up and down, just to catch out the short-term time frame traders who are trying to run it up during FOMC. You know? So yeah, hopefully that breakdown was clear. Leave a like if everything was clear. Jay took this 5-minute scalp. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, problem is this closed right at 700, man. So I was looking for a 1-minute close above. People tried. I saw some of the boys took it, pushing through 700, but you have to go break even. I was looking for a retest of 700 yesterday on 1 minute. So I was looking for it to retest and bounce off 700, but we went below. So you can see here we bounced once, we bounced twice, but then the next candle did not close bullish. What did the next candle do? And I was showing this to Luxy because he was lying. I told him, first of all, he bought into 700 here, and then he said there was no chance. There was 2 chances. We bounced off 700, we went after 700, we went up 13 pips, and then we came back down again. We bounced again, another 4 pips, then it broke through. Then again, we came above 700 again for another chance to get out. So you had a lot of chances to get out. There's no excuses. That's your risk buying at 700. Okay? So your risk buying at 700 key level is that we get these fake outs. I was personally waiting yesterday for that 1 minute candle to close bullish from 700. The minute we broke 700, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I need a 5-minute candle close or 1 minute strat above the highs. We just take breakouts. So that was how it was. It tried, but then it just failed to close bullish. I was lying. I wasn't available to watch the charts. Yeah, there's no need to lie, man. Just, no one's gonna, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. Just if something happens, just say, yeah, just accept it, man. It makes it really hard for me to give feedback if you're gonna lie to me about what happened, right? Sir, please buy or sell. You're supposed to be telling me, Daniel. Come on, man. We'll see what BS Gold does here at 75. By the looks of it, probably I want to be going below 75. It feels like it's going to be a fake out, this one. So I want to see 5-minute structure. Buy so I can use you as liquidity. What about if I use you as liquidity? And that sounds sus, man, Like, I don't know. I'm reading between the lines. You telling me using me as liquidity is kind of sus talking, I know you're talking about trading, but it's not sounding like that. So you need to be careful. You need to be careful because now you're going down the line of where, you're talking about other people's liquidity, man. I'll tell you one thing. I do not want to be involved with anything that has liquid and you. Closed subject. I am not involved. Bro, I remember yesterday telling you gold would get to 3,700. Amazing, man. So you must have been rich today, right? Because gold got to 700. So you must be happy. Keep your liquidity, please. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Hello, Uncle Harry. Hello, bro. Electronic mods. Unk status. Yeah, looks like. So this is what I want to see. This will be the 1 hour close. Actually, no, 1 hour ended up closing above. Very important candle this. Very important that the 1 hour closed above, right? So the only thing we have potentially closing below, potential, it's not confirmed yet. The only thing we have potentially closing below is the 15-minute. Now the 15-minute is not enough here. Not enough. Especially with 75 below us. So with 75 below us, 15-minute closing, no good. So we need 5-minute structure, break of that, closes below, and then look for continuation. And that would be the plan, right? Look exactly like the 3 wicks before. Which one? Let's see, let's see. I think we get a counter trade on gold. Yes, it's possible, man. It's possible. Above 80. Even we'll see how it forms here. 15 ended up closing bullish here. This could be one big liquidity grab, but I wish it broke the lows to actually grab liquidity. Now I'm talking about market liquidity, just so we're being clear here. See marks. Yeah, but we wanted to see this candle break the low. If it could break this low here, it will actually be a proper liquidity grab. So now we want to see this 5-minute close bullish. Next one close below, we can have maybe an aggressive sell. But we want to be careful. In the next 15 minutes is when we had volume time yesterday, right? Hoping it goes lower, don't hope. Trade off probabilities, my friend. If you trade off probabilities, you don't have to hope. So DAX is range bound for now. which is normal pre-FOMC, but gold is looking a little bit more active here. Breaking ranges. Where'd you get your fundamentals, brother? I read about them, man. I Google search something I don't understand, I Google again. That's it. I used to weigh heavily into fundamentals, especially when I was trading crypto. So when I was trading crypto, fundamentals were very normal to me to keep into consideration. So it's been natural. Like I just generally know a little bit more than average person would know about fundamentals in trading because it was a main focus. So I used to do heavy research on it. I'm always talking about fundamentals. I talk about it on stream, talk about it in a lot of webinars. Actually, it's focused around fundamentals. It's a very important factor because a very important factor. Hey man, hope you're doing well. Thank you, brother. Likewise. Just a quick question. Every time when rate cuts was done since September 24, price went what? Why is it like that? Shouldn't it go up, although price spike up but mainly goes down? Because it's normally priced in before, man. It's normally priced in before, and that's how it ends up working, is that it gets priced in before. Where'd you get fundamentals from? I mean, you can see the events on something like Forex Factory. Forex Factory, Financial Juice, you can read about them, but you can see the events and then you research into it. So you would research something like this, right? You'd go to like FOMC statement, or let's say the federal funds rate. And then you say interest rate which deploys, and then they write here, the rate decision is usually priced into the market, so it tends to be overshadowed by FOMC. So then you'd go research, what does pricing in mean? Right? Because you'd have to learn what pricing in means. Right? What is expected to be said in the FOMC statement? Yeah, it is very good. It is very good ChatGPT for this stuff as well. Does PipLab have futures or only CFDs? The futures look the CFDs look like futures exactly, so it's gonna trade the same, and you can adjust contract side, and also you can build the conditions. So when you start PipLabs version 5, there's a tab that comes up that says adjust your spread and slippage and allowance. So obviously with when you're trading on conditions, I mean, you know, futures does have a bit of spread. You have to so you can put that in that, and it will simulate the same conditions. In terms of candles, they're the same, just different names. But we are looking to bring pure futures data very, very soon. It's just extremely expensive. We need to find a provider. There's a reason why prop firms make you pay for futures data. There's a reason why all the trading platforms make you pay for trading data. But data like this or on MetaTrader is free. They charge extreme amounts. Why don't you use X? I miss you there. Yeah. I saw TGR went into a bad losing streak yesterday. Shows no matter whatever type of trader, you're most unavoidable to go into a losing streak. Don't shame losing in trading, just learn to improve. Yeah, it's normal of the game. We try to avoid it as much as possible, but it's a business expense. I hate to lose, but I've accepted it now. I probably hate more the reaction of a loss than the action. Hey Harry, I just wanted to let you know a month in your WAP helped me immensely. I realized how behind I was and started working on things such as mindset and routine, discipline, rejoining soon. You're more than welcome to, and thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you sharing I appreciate you sharing your feedback about the exclusive group, and I'm glad you enjoyed, and you're welcome back anytime. I just experienced VA5. I don't know why it was fully new. Yeah, man, it's a fully new platform, the version 5. You will enjoy it. There's so much features. We're going to launch it officially on Friday. Anyone who has a subscription now obviously has been gained access. Do you trade full time? Yes, it is one of my primary source of income. John versus Legendary Trader. Yeah, where is Legendary Trader, man? Missed the guy. Missed the guy. Bro, I think the main reason we joined stream is to share knowledge. What if gold might continue to range? Yes, it is definitely possible. How many people usually in your private group? Right now in Zoom we have 60 people. When will slots open for the exclusive group? I do it by like a wait list. So I will be able to accept. I'm probably gonna close the group towards the end of the month and open it next month. But anyone who joins the exclusive group, I'm happy to accept straight away. The only reason that I have this wait list is so people can just write a application. So you just press join now and there's a small application and then you just write why you want to be part of the group and then I'll accept you. So the longer you wait, then the longer you be accepted. If you probably join by today, you'll probably be accepted in end of day or by tomorrow max, man. So it's not really a wait list. It is just to have a filter, right? It's a filter. Is trading haram? You have to speak to your imam about that in your masjid. That's up to you to decide that. That is up to you to decide that. But you can have different ways, you know. Who on Dubai trip? We're gonna do it by end of this month. I'm building the form. I just want to get Pip Labs launched. Once Pip Lab is launched, then I can focus on that giveaway there. Also, investing in Pip Labs helped me so much, bro. I realized my mistakes, journaled them, and gained 2% on funded. That is good. Don't compare me with Legendary Trader. Why? He's legendary. John is back? Yeah, he's back. He's back, he's back. Could you tell what broker you trade with? I don't like to promote the broker because I'm not affiliated with them. I've given them enough business. So tell them to affiliate with me. Harry, you know Raja? I do know him. We did a podcast together. That will be released soon, that podcast. Me, him, and Daniel. Not the real John? Let's double check. Because his channel was made a couple of days ago. So I know it is, I think. Yeah, see, his channel was made 15th September. With the societal purpose to hate on me. That was the whole reason he created this, to hate on me. But today he hasn't said anything. So I'm waiting for this. But I'm not really bothered. Yesterday I was just tired. I had a good sleep yesterday. I want to move out from IC markets. Why do you want to move from IC markets? I've not had any problem with them. But yeah, yesterday I was extremely tired. I went a bit whack. So my apologies. I want to officially apologize. My guy, nice to see you after a very long time. Hats off to your consistency. Thank you, brother. Thank you. So yeah, yesterday I was just tired. And, you know, it's been extremely hectic with the launch and everything. So with the launch and everything, it's just been, you know, a little bit on edge, I'd say. So I want to apologize for the dramatics. Not usually me. But we are going to lock in now. Also, I want to discuss. I got a little bit of pushback on yesterday about my trade, saying it's a little bit more random. Yes, because when a market conditions become aggressive, my experience will sometimes supersede something that would be the traditional strategy and entering things the traditional way. Strategy is very important. long term, me doing that will not be a good idea. But when you have experience in the market, you're going to be able to capitalize and adapt to market conditions. So you want to take that as an advantage and be like, yeah, I am confused. That is confusing what Harry did yesterday. That's a lot of stuff that happened at once. But can I use that to my advantage? Can I use that to help me to learn what he did so I can also start to implement that in my own trading, right? And if it's outside of your skill level, you simply don't do it, right? And that's it. So that's yesterday. I understand why it could be confusing yesterday. We also have this setup here today. So we can watch two charts, also take trades here. Hopefully you guys can see this clearly. Can you guys see this clearly, the two monitors now? I think this would be good so we can see what's going on terminal basis. Were you on MFFU TV? No, I was not on MFFU TV. We'll see in 3 minutes if it wants to close below. We have 5-minute structure now. Why isn't this a trade? Because we're stuck at the key, this level here, 3675. Until something closes below 3675, I can't really take a trade. No apologies needed, H. We have those type of days. We keep pushing. Yeah, it's just out of character for me. I'm very, person. So I'm really now looking to lock in. You will see some, maybe if market conditions continue to be aggressive, yes, we will have more aggressiveness. That's why I have the terminal here. You'll be able to see it. But we will push towards into the end of the year, make it the best end of the year we've had. I'm looking forward for the progression. I have some new goals focused for everyone in the exclusive. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to see, we have this boot camp coming as well for the guys in there. That will be fun as well. So all of that stuff. This account here, I want to run this around one. So this is something I want to do. Why don't you have one-click trading? Because I will enter buy stop, sell stops from my phone. So what I'm doing with this account here, this is going to risk around 150 to 250, something like that, which is, I feel, an achievable risk for a lot of people. I know it sounds a little bit big for maybe some people at this time, but in the future, if you have a job as a side income, 150 to 200 risk should be a goal for you and should be something achievable. So what I want to do is I want to risk that much, and we're going to see the results. We're going to see how it is. It's also a nice way for me to add a couple of $100 risk to my overall risk portfolio. And at the same time, we have this account and we'll see what the history forms and what type of P&L, right? And that's it. So that's why I decided to, we're going to have that. It's not a challenge. It's more as, let's see what we can do with that, a little bit about that, Also, is the screen on the left $1,000? No, I just transferred a bit of money, enough to have leverage. It's above 10K, so I'm not over leveraging the account. But the point of that is basically to risk that amount, like I said, 150, 200, and then see how it does. Because I do feel like that's an achievable risk for a lot of people. Do you like Top Step? I haven't had any issues with them. We're gonna take a withdrawal soon. I just the problem is you can only withdraw. You can only withdraw 50% of your profits. So you have to have that 5 profitable days and then 50% of your profits. Actually, when I started Top Step, I hit a loss. I hit a loss of almost 2%. And then I'm like, okay, I shouldn't risk big. And then I gained that loss back, and now I'm up about 1%. So I should be up around 4%, but obviously I had to gain back the loss of 2%. But the problem is when I withdraw now, I can only withdraw 50% of my profits. So my goal is maybe to run the account up to 5%, not 5%, like something, I don't know, run the account up to maybe 2%. 2% profit, so just $500 more, and then withdraw $500. Something like that. I'm not pressured. I'm not pressured. So we do have the 30-minute close below. Yes, you are correct. But we still don't have anything leaving this 75. So I need to see, 75. So I need to see something leaving this 75. When I see something leaving the 75, then I could be interested in, hey, let me look for the close. When will NY streams come back? Maybe I will do like a rotation, like sometimes during the year I'll do NY streams only. But to do both is very tough. Very tough unless I traded each stream much shorter, like 1 hour each stream. But I like to have the post-session discussion with the guys, and I like to focus on London. And London is my game, man. You know, NY I keep for the exclusive. We have every day now in the NY, the live trading floor, where, you know. Tu viens de France, mon frère? Yes, I've been. I don't speak French. We have NY stream today? Yes, we do. We will have a look at New York Open specifically, because if there's going to be volume, it will be at New York Stock Exchange Open, right? So we will see. We will see if we can capitalize on US 30. And if I make 1% today, then I can take the payout from Top Step. But I'm not risking 1% on the Top Step account just to keep it safe. Wow, that's a great information. I did fear that, but yeah. So it does, yeah, because it's trailing drawdown. But he said, first, congrats on making Hope you are aware that if you make 1K and withdraw 500, then your drawdown limit becomes 500 thereafter, not 2K like before. What do you mean it becomes 500 though? Like right now, you're up 1%. So me being up 1% means my drawdown limit is 1,500. Right? The account is plus 500. So if I get then to, so let's say now I get my account to plus 1,000 and my drawdown limit is 1,000. If I withdraw 500, what does my drawdown limit become? That would be my question. I would assume it would go back up, right? Drawdown limit goes up each time you make higher. Yes, end of day, but I'm talking about withdrawal. So then my drawdown limit becomes 500. When you withdraw, it goes back to 0, and what you have made, like U50. So I should withdraw. Yeah, I need to read it myself. If you make 1,000 and withdraw 500, your drawdown limit is 500. So my drawdown limit changes from that much to 5. That's crazy. Anyways, let's see this close here. Let's see this close here in about 1 minute. So we have 30 setup 3 about to close below. My wick is a lot lower on broker, which is very interesting. That is what's interesting, is my wick is a lot lower. Whoa, bit of a push through here. Last 45 seconds. See what type of stop loss we're working with here. 5-minute stop loss is 29 points. We can have it back safely above the 4-hour support. But look, this might not close below 75 on broker. This is right at 75 right now. I need it to close below 75 on broker. Look at that. That's really interesting. Last 21 seconds we're pulling up. Can still close below. But yeah, probably get away with that type of stop loss. But looks like it wants to close above here. Yeah, so it closed above. Just, you can withdraw half of your profits and the other half is your drawdown. So it's better for me to make a bigger buffer, right? Yeah, so maybe if I make like a $1,000 buffer, then I will be able to, then if I take 500, I have 1,000 to lose, right? Because it resets at 0. That's starting to make sense. That's interesting, actually. So they make it easier to pass, but harder to get a payout. I mean, harder rules after the payout. So whatever your buffer is your drawdown, right? That's a simple way to put it. Whatever your buffer is your drawdown. So that's very interesting. So I should definitely keep in mind, maybe I run the account back up to like 2,000 profit, then I withdraw 500 from the funded account. Yeah, you lose existing drawdown. Yeah, that's fine though. It's fine. It's only a problem for inconsistent traders. For me, if I'm trading extremely safely and not risking heavy, the rule is you just don't want to risk over. So actually, before you take a withdrawal, you're kind of doing a two-step challenge. The nice thing is at the end of the two-step challenge, right? At the end of a two-step challenge, you get a payout. That's the difference. That's very cool, actually. That's the way they programmed it. So that's the way you need to think in your mind. Is like, once you get funded on futures, right? You're still not passed. You need to make 5% again to get to stage 2. But stage 2 is not you finally getting funded. Stage 2 is you get a withdrawal. Because if you make 5% on the funded account once you're funded, then when you withdraw, you will have a lot of buffer left. Right? And after 5, yeah, I read that. After 5 accounts, they will pass you to a payout. I did read that. So it's very important to wait for closes here. If I didn't wait for a close, and also check the close on my broker where 75 is. I want to see on my broker here if this reacted right at 75. A little bit below 75, but a little bit above, sorry, 75. But that's where we want the close, below 75. The nice thing here is on broker, it took the liquidity grab already. So see this little liquidity grab? It's very slight, but if this thing wants to go up, it should go up from now. Spread is extremely tight today as well. What are we working on? Like less than a 1 pip here on gold. But you can not even see the deviation of the lines, right? I have bid and ask open. Compared to something like DAX, you can see it's a little bigger. Speaking about DAX, we're trying to break out on DAX. One minute for the 5-minute candle to close. 15-minute candle will close in 6 minutes here. I'm kind of tempted to wait for, because we have no 5-minute structure. Good morning, sirs. Morning, Miracle. Good to see you, brother. So we have no 5-minute structure here. 1-minute structure we don't have as well. So me taking this 5-minute close above, yes, it's more impulsive, but today I don't want to be as impulsive. I don't know. It's a tough one, man, because DAX has been super impulsive at the same time. But without 1-minute structure, I kind of really feel like I am forcing this one here just to be part of this move. So I kind of have to be sensible today. As much as I would love to enter this, and I know I can miss the move, I kind of have to be responsible unless I run a big stop loss here. But I don't really feel comfortable running 30 points for a 20-point target. Although with great volume today, I'm more bearish on higher time frame at the same time. Right? I'm more bearish on higher time frame. All right, let's see the results of the votes here. So ending the quiz of the day today. So quiz of the day, ending it, and most people voted for number 2, rate cut pricing in. Yes, the reason why gold indices has pushed to all-time high ahead of FOMC is they're pricing in the rate cuts on FOMC. So be very careful today. In FOMC, we can see a buy the rumor, sell the news type event, all right? We can see a buy the rumor, sell the news type event. So we need to be very, very careful. Let's go see what gold is doing here. We're trying to get below key level here. So let's see on gold. Keep an eye on this top wick here. So we need a good top wick. Stop loss here is looking around 30 pips here. So we need a good top wick here. Close pretty deep. Pretty deep close. I need a stronger top wick. I can't impulsively enter. And it's gone. So I needed a stronger top wick here. We need liquidity to be grabbed. We don't even have a top wick on this. This is very small. I need to see liquidity grab to be able to full send this trade right now. You might get it. We might get it. Yes, it might reflip up bullish. So I can see that we have liquidity because we need a 30 pip move. We need a 30 pip move. So yeah, it might come now. Let's see if we can grab. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, this is what I was scared. This is why I didn't want to enter early. Because if this can just flip here and then put me straight in drawdown, I can probably get away with a bigger liquidity grab with a stop loss of like 24 pips here. So we should use something like a 0.5 lot here, risk around, you know, first trade on the 150-ish or something. So let's see if we can get a little bit of upside. If not, we wait for 15-minute close, because it's not a bad 15-minute close, right? 15-minute can just range here for 3 minutes and then we just take it 15 break of low, which I personally prefer in this scenario. You know, I would personally prefer. I was about to take it on my other account, had to remember to switch. Where's the support for gold? We have pretty clean sailing, man, on gold. Pretty clean sailing below. Let's see if FOMC day will be nice to us today. That is the question. Will we be okay with FOMC day? Sometimes it's nasty, so I'm not going to be surprised if it's going to be nasty today. No 1 minute structure as well, huh? Do we have on broker 1 minute structure? Yeah, we have like this weird 1 minute candle here. How long till the 15? 2 minutes to the 15. I think it's worth it at this point, man. We're not getting that top wick, so we have to rely on a 15-minute top wick. So the problem is, if we can create some 1 minute structure now, we will be able to use the key level as stop loss. Aggressive stop loss because we want a straight push down. Remember, we have not pulled back on 5 for 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, potentially 5 candles. So we have to start to consider these factors, like where's our volume going to come from? We haven't had pullbacks to give us liquidity. We haven't had deep top wicks to give us liquidity. So we haven't had a lot to give. So we're just relying on pure market volume, which might not always come, especially when we're being a trader here. So we don't even have 1 minute pullback, huh? 1 minute has not even pulled back. So there's a lot of factors here causing us headache. So what we need is this 50-minute to close here in 1 minute. Then we use the 15-minute stop loss, top wick on the 15. We run aggressive stop loss 28 pips and try get like whatever we can. Right? We try to get whatever we can. DAX is also closing. Man, we have both trades here. We have DAX closing above and we have gold as well. But also DAX no structure, same as gold. So we need on DAX as well a deep bottom wick as well on DAX. Wow, last 1 minute gold is pushing. So gold is being naughty today, last 1 minute pushing. Not last 1 minute even, last 30 seconds. So we need deep top wicks on gold. I really don't like just selling like this. That was nasty on the 1 minute, the way that we just gapped down here, you see. So we got a deeper top wick here. That was a deeper top wick, then we gapped down. So even if we entered on 1 minute, it's very hard. Here's our 15-minute close. So 15-minute trying to make a top wick. If we were to run an aggressive trade right now, break of low, what type of stop loss would we have to work with? 40 pips is not fun here. Current candle stop loss, depending on the size of the top wick, is possible. The bigger the top wick, we can use current candle stop loss. DAX, no bottom wick yet, no 5-minute structure as well. So I'd love to see structure on 5 minute for DAX. Now gold, I'm trying to contemplate. Can I just take current candle stop loss here, aggressive, look for the flip, go to break even immediately, and that's it. You know, thunderstorm, the guys who are saying thunderstorm are not wrong as well. That could help here. This is not enough maybe to run current candle stops just yet. We want it a little bit deeper. You know, sometimes guys, you'll have such a nice zone, but it might not just give you a way in. So we don't want to fully force a way in, but this is the top wick we kind of want. So if I start to see this to flip, entry break of the low with current candle stop will work, because this is the liquidity I wanted to see. I'll be running like a 20 pip stop. We'll see if we can get a quick push. Unfortunately, this is the type of position that I have to be aggressive with, meaning if it flips, breaks the low and it comes back, I have to manage here. I have to manage, especially at 70, right? 70 is going to be like a major target, which is about 10 pips at least. But we almost retraced the whole move here. Anyways, make sure you guys subscribe. Let's see what we can do with this account here. Stream Monday to Friday. Let's get it, guys. Leave a like if you're enjoying all that BS. You know, I've said it a million times. 5 minute structure trying to form on DAX, which I like. You see how it broke the high first, but there's no structure, so now it's retracing. That's the scary part with no structures, because now where can it retrace to, guys? It can literally retrace to previous 4 hour. If you're lucky, it's going to respect that. If not, it can retrace all the way down here and still end up playing out, you know? I'm up 299 since the morning. You're a good professor. Good job, man. Amazing. Well done. Well done. So let's see if FOMC day treats us. If this starts to flip, like I said, we can maybe run current candle stop, 5 minute structure on DAX. We have 2 options for gold and DAX here. Let's keep dual pairs so we can monitor them at the same time. We have gold on the left screen and DAX or DE30 on the right screen. If gold wants to start to flip, we can look towards breaking this low. See what 5 minute is about to close in about 1 minute. We could have thunderstorm on top of that as well. Bit bigger stops now, 30, 38 pips. Wait 12 minutes. Yeah, I know it's the open in 12 minutes, but if it's gonna continue the volume, the open might reverse, you know? The open might reverse, so I don't want to be part of that reversal. So this might be a pretty strong close on the 5 minute for gold, so we can also wait for a 5 minute candle to close below the support as well. We will see how it starts to form. And it's actually going to be the complete opposite setup on DAX. 5 minute will close bearish. We can look for a 5 minute closing above on DAX. But let's see in about 10 seconds how weak it closes here. Because look, it's looking like that looks like a thunderstorm. So we're making a top wick here. Seeing some more bullish pressure on gold here for now. DAX looks good if it closes above. Powell doesn't speak? Yeah, 11, a long day of waiting, yeah. It's a long time till he speaks. That's why I'm kind of hopeful for London. If London wants to move its ass, like we are so far away, we might get the last squeeze of traders by London. And then New York might be cooked, but the only chance we have in New York is NYSE open. So we see gold pushing up here. Now we can concentrate on DAX a little bit. Why does my trade keep hitting going to break even, then in my direction? Any rule I need to be running certain pips, then I put B? Yeah, there's specific rules for BE, man. I have a whole webinar on break evens itself. But as a general rule of thumb to help you here for free is you want to be moving to break even at major levels. Is today thunderstorm weather in Dubai? No, today is sunny and 35. It's a little bit hotter actually. I don't know why they say 35 in shade maybe. But I can tell you it's hotter. Where are you originally from, brother? I'm originally from England. Alright, so this is retraced that whole move down. Very interested to see what London Open, if London Open closes back in the range, I wonder if this is one big liquidity grab for us to buy. Right? So let's see, 6 minutes here, we'll have some good information. What's your prediction on gold long term? Give me long term, right? I would say ultra long term. I'm a buyer, man. Ultra long term, right? I'm bullish on gold. But medium term, it depends what you consider long term. You took any position yet? I was going to sell if this candle flipped, but it didn't flip, so we got saved from a potential loss. Because it never flipped and break the low. Now I'm just waiting to see, because how does this candle close? This could be a great pullback for us to sell below 75 again. We can also, and I'm looking for DAX buys as well. We got saved. Did you, please guys, I want you to notice how casually we avoided this loss on DAX. Because of one factor of lack of structure. Right? Remember what I talked about FOMC doing a bit of fake outs? This is exactly like, there's no way you can avoid this if you're just trying to take a buy. It's the small details that matter. We identified 1 minute lack of structure here. We identified 5 minute lacking structure, and then it tried to make it, and we said if it closes above, only then we will go. Only then we will take the buys. Instead, it closed above, broke the high, triggering everyone in, and now it's retracing, and I'm just happy not to be part of it. Some days we will be involved in this, unfortunately. Some days we will have structure, we will enter a trade, and it has happened quite frequently in London, on breakouts especially, that we have entered a trade and then this FU candles come. So that's why we've been trying to avoid breakouts during London as much, except on gold, which has been rewarding, right? So realize that even if you do everything perfectly, the charts can still want to have their own mind and try to do something different. All right. Make sure to show up to our streams after FOMC. Today is FOMC day, but after FOMC, things can get really interesting. There's a potential the day after FOMC, we might just range, because if it's a very heavy move, but things can be really interesting in the markets after FOMC. So make sure you join after FOMC. Leave a subscribe on the channel so you know when we go live Monday to Friday. And then we're going to keep a look at this account here that I said I'm starting for you guys. This should be fun as well. Today's going to be my last day for 2 weeks being here. I will be on vacation. You enjoy your vacation, brother. You're not Turkish or Moroccan? No. Where are you going? Setup 205? Yeah, but we want the setup. See, the problem is we want the setup 2 to come above these ranges ideally, because anything inside the range can just... Remember, today's FOMC cam. So with today being FOMC, it's annoying to be stuck in the range. We want to be more careful than other times, right? Setup 5, I agree. That's pretty much... Wait, you started a challenge account? No, I already have the funded account. This is a live account. On this account, the goal is, I feel, first of all, yesterday was pretty hectic. People were saying that, hey, it would be better, you would have not shown your terminal. So I'm showing the terminal now, so you guys can have a look at that. And secondly, I feel it's realistic for everyone with a job to get to a risk of maybe around $150 to $200. It's a achievable risk for people, and I want to show how an account can grow and what type of profits, trading very strict rules, only one session with this, right? I think this will be great using my strategy. So it's like a 150, 200 risk account. What's nice is that this is going to add on top of the risk of my current account. So I'm actually risking $150, $200 more naturally because we have both. You're going to Denmark and then Turkey. Nice, man. Nice. We're in Turkey. What time do you go live? We go live 9:45 a.m. Dubai time. Istanbul. Very good, very good. Gold below key level. I don't know if have enough balls to take one 5-minute candle close below on gold. I don't know how ballsy I am for that. 15 will close bullish. 5-minute will only be bearish. 1 hour will be bearish. I don't like 5S2 on gold. Me too. But I'm thinking, do we get at least a couple of pips to make a decision, right? Are you using trade copy for the account? Yeah, I will set up one. For now, I'm doing manually both on both accounts. What's your roots? I'm very mixed, man. Just search my last name in Google and you will understand my roots. We're very mixed. We have a war history. Just type my last name in Google and you'll get it. You know, just type Sharpe in Google. We won't do it now. The open is coming soon. I want to see what the open does. DAX is closing bullish here, but the 1 hour candle will close below the range most likely here. So it's going to be an interesting open. Gold is going to close above key level potentially. Alright, so we push up here. Social trader, yeah, that's the one I would use, man. Gold closed below or above key level? Let's have a look here. 75. Let's see. Wow, right at. So no trade yet on gold. Bottom wick was made on DAX here. DAX, we can take buys above this high if it doesn't just blast. Keep in mind, we can just blast through this. Very possible to just blast through this right now. But I really want to take a close instead of an impulsive buy. My impulsive buy, I'd rather take from down here. 4 minutes is a lot of time, but I don't know if I see another way in. 15-minute close back in the range. If 15-minute closed above the range, I would follow my rules and take something called a setup 3. Setup 3 would be one of my setups. But in order for that rule to trigger, I need a close outside of the range. This closing back inside of the range, the only way I can enter is based on a 5. Right? That's the only way I can enter is based on a 5. Otherwise, I'll be breaking that rule, and if I lose, then I'll be upset, you know, especially with 1 hour closing below, 30-minute closing below, 15-minute closing back in the range. I just don't have the probabilities. It would be a bit of luck if I just take a buy now, you know, and it can work out today, but that's not in my control. And that's the difference between being someone who's just a person who guesses on the chart, gets things right, posted it on Instagram. When he gets things wrong, he hide, between someone who's actually following rules that can be replicated with small adjustments here and there, right? But like today wouldn't be a day I try to bend rules, because I'm bending rules at the high of the day, right? What about previous daily support on DAX? It's pretty high up for me, man. It's even higher. I think we can trade 2 there as a target. I would use that as. Wow, so gold did end up pushing through. That's crazy. So gold did end up pushing through. I would have bet gold was going up, but no trades for you. Well, that's smart. Selling the lows here, I don't know, boys. I don't know. I don't know in this scenario here. 30-minute, 1 hour close. Everything closed above 75. That's such a tease. That's such a tease. You know, it's actually a very concerning factor of this to do this type of shit. Yeah, we need 5-minute bullish. Next one below, I shoot it. Otherwise, no. I don't find anything on your site or Wikipedia about your roots. Brother, why are you so interested about my roots, bro? Relax, Jesus. Just type Sharp, man. They have a whole... Just type Sharp. You can see they have a whole video series on our fam. Read here. British TV is, you know... Just relax, man. You know, you can read about Sharp family history. You can see we're part of war. Wherever the British colonized, we would have... Serving in Portugal, so I'm probably Portuguese here. I'm probably, you know, Irish here. Do you have a family crest? We have a family clan, because we originally come from a sort of Scottish clan. So we have a clan, and we have our own. Kilt, actually, which is very cool. Okay, brother, I'm just curious to know. Yeah, I told you it's very mixed. Scotland #1. There we go. He's definitely not Scottish. Bro, I closed July and 3% drawdown, August B, and September I'm up 4.5. But this week I noticed I'm hesitating in any trade because last Friday I lost and I want to close this month green. Any advice? Stop trading for the month, trade a separate account. Really? That would be my advice. End your month green, no problem. Just trade a separate account. So you can easily end your month green and just practice on a separate account to get over... Oh shit, ruined my mic and everything. That's not very good, is it? To get over that fear, right? To get over that fear of, you know, losing. Wow, what happened to Daxia? I didn't even notice that, man. I'm glad no FOMO here on the highs, huh? I have a prop where I am actually minus 116 and drawdown is 125. What should I do? Man, you're very close to blowing it. Don't feel ashamed to blow it. Just make sure you learn from it. And the best way to learn is what I'm doing now is every single week in the group, I allow people to volunteer to send me their journals. If they send me their journals, I'm able to check their trades, because it's very hard to see where people are going wrong if you cannot see their trades, right? So make sure you're getting feedback from someone better from you. Could be a friend, could be a mentor, could be maybe you know. DAX is wild today. It is, but I'm glad we're just not getting involved in any of this stuff making us lose, man. So is gold. Like, how many people do you think sold this low here? I can put money on it. Like, that's such a retail thing to do, is sell that low right there. Based on the YouTube documentary series called Passion, Harry Sharp, trader from Dubai, was born in the middle of a desert and grew up in Dubai. AI saying Harry was born in the sand. I would have back in the day. Alexi did. Man, you need to stop that. You know, you keep making that. I'm telling you, Alexi, before you take a trade, you have to write it in chat, man. That's the only way you're going to stop. Can't be me. I learned an expensive way. Well, then you need to find another solution, like, you know. Just find a community. If you can't afford to be part of, let's say, a community like mine, then try find a group of friends that you can, because I'm not doing it to sell my community. I'm doing it because that's what's going to help you. You need to have others around you. I tried to trade by myself and just do everything by myself, and when I started meeting people who were trading similar to me and you know, chatting amongst them, it's way better, you know. Keeps you out of your mind. It feels like you're held responsible. Yo, bro, is the group open? Yeah, I just talked about it, bro. I'm not gonna sit here on stream advertising it. It sounds cheesy. You can visit my website, be part of it, but I'm not gonna, because I get hate for that as well. So I really don't want to come across as that guy. Sadly, my community is toxic. Yeah, so change community, right? That's that. I think I put that as even as a slogan. Oh man, how do I get my screen back? There we go. I think I even put that as a slogan. I used to have it as a slogan, yeah. Change your environment, right? It's so important. You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. You need to change environment. You take anything? No, we've avoided a lot of losses, man. A lot of losses. Sir, you are a scammer? Oh no. No problem, man. Scammer trades with his terminal live on YouTube. That's a new one. Nav Mahmoud. Is this legendary trader? No, I think this is legendary trader, but today he's become legendary hater. It should. I remember that name. That name rings a bell, boys. That name rings a bell. I think it's legendary trader. Legendary trader is selling bread in Mumbai. I bought one. Fuck's sake, man. Please name some brokers and prop firms you 100% trust. All the big brokers look okay. Personally, IC Markets, prop firms, FTMO. I'm legendary trader. I said you're a scammer to get your attention. I didn't mean that. Hello, how are you? I'm wanting gold analysis, please. Come on, man. That's a dirty way to ask me for gold analysis. Legendary trader, you always had my attention. I was helping your guys who were following your signals, bro. I was getting them out of drawdown. I was saving your signal group. When the real truth was you were the scam. And I was saving you from your community members calling you a scam. Oh, guys, we have to listen to this. Who's ready for some fun? Marketing call, marketing call. Let's see what this marketing call. Hello? Hello?
Hello, it's a very good morning. How are you, sir?
Why are you shouting?
No, sir. This is Shivam from US Financial Market.
Why are you shouting? Financial market. Ah, financial market.
Like, online trading.
Online trading. My God, wow.
Online trading platform, sir.
Okay. Online trading platform. I can make too much money like this?
No, sir, but average money you make, right, your daily expenses.
My daily expenses I can make. Wow. That's very good. Then, so you are making your daily expenses from trading?
Yes, sir.
Yes? How much money you make trading?
Like around $50,
$100. Then why are you working in call center? No, bet if you're a trader, be professional trader. You can be number one trader. No.
No, sir.
Why no? What happened?
Nothing, sir,
Because you're telling me to be trader, but then if you're making too much money trader, you can be professional trader. Then no need to answer call people shouting at you, you'll get better job, right? Correct or not?
right, sir, right.
Right, exactly. So now focus, leave calling people every day will give you headache. Focus on bigger things. Maybe you can be number one trader. FTMO full funded. $400,000. Correct?
Okay, sir, thank you.
No problem. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Man, we have to have fun. He doesn't know who he's calling. That's the best thing. He doesn't know who he's calling. He doesn't know who he's calling. That's the funny thing, man. It's legit, man. That was a cold call, man. Why would I answer? It's a cold call. It's a marketing call. But they don't know he's calling a trader, bro. You know? Gold might close below here. I wonder if it's valid. And DAX might close above. Which one we taking, boys? DAX above or gold below? I don't know which one I trust. Well, DAX might not close above at the end. How does you have your number? Databases, man. You know, you have to share your number and stuff like this. Half? Should we do half? If we have time to enter half, that's the problem, right? We need to have time to enter. Like, we have to set the sell stop before the candle even closes and the buy stop. Gold might close, so we need good top wick on gold. We can maybe take gold here. DAX looks like it's going to close below. What type of stop loss would we be working with gold, though? Say we went break of this low. 50 pips is very aggressive stop loss, though. And it's literally a couple of pips from 70 key level. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm really not trusting gold right next to 70 key level. It's just... It is the 50-minute close, though. It's super tempting. We have to be aggressive, but my stop loss placement can't be any... no 1 minute pullback. Yeah, I can't do that, man. That's just asking for a slap for me. Without the 1 minute pullback, I can't, man. I can't. But these guys call and they tell you you can make money trading, so you deposit to their broker. You know? And the problem is that they're misleading information. They tell people that they should deposit money. And it's bad. Like, I hate it. So I always tell them that, are you making money from trading? Why are you in a call center if you're making money? Like, why don't you just trade yourself and not call people to put money? You know? And you can see he hesitated to say yes. Man, gold is tempting, but I really don't trust it, man. I'm telling you the truth here. If it plays out, I'm fine. I'll accept it today. But with the way that price is forming on FOMC day, it's just, I really don't. Yeah, you can ask question now, man.
I got a job offer yesterday from some guy from a brokerage to
Okay.
recruit people, and in the contract it states like that I earn commission based on the lot size wherever they lose or win. Is that
Yeah, yeah. That's
basically
normal.
what? Yeah, so what, I recruit people and then I just pray that they lose or win and I get commission from the broker. What is that?
It's an affiliate deal. That's actually legit commission, though. Commission is legit. Because if you have commission, then it's just like, you're being paid per lot size they use, So
Yeah,
it's,
they
it's actually,
stated like $6 per lot size on most
yeah.
of instruments.
Okay, that's a little bit, shady that they're giving you six dollars per lot. But if they're just sharing, some of their commissions, it's actually not that bad. It's not that shady. Let's see Dax here in 2 minutes.
Yo, Harry.
Yo, bro.
Yo, probably that scam caller is probably FTMO's #1 customer because the amount of blown funded challenges he uses on his scam.
Poor guy, man. He's just doing his job. I doubt he's not a scammer. It's just, he's just trying to do his job. But I get these calls all the I was hoping it's a real estate one. And then they ask, sir, are you interested in selling your property? And then I always tell them 20 million. Sir, we can't do 20 million. I didn't buy it for 20 million, obviously. And then I just try to convince them to buy it for 20 million.
Yeah, I know. It's an unfortunate world we live in, bro.
This is what you're taking, the wick fill here? It's not crazy. We're just stuck at this resistance, maybe. Daily support would be our only level of concern here. So we can maybe trade this 5-minute 2 daily support and see what's up. Hey there, do you happen to need a video editor? Unfortunately, I don't. I have a video editor, but thanks anyways. Did you end up taking the wick fill? I think that was pretty good. Seemed to have worked here, that wick fill. I don't know how I trust a wick fill in without the 30-minute close above, but yeah, it does make sense. But you have to put 15 stops, and the 15 stops have to be below the wick here. The body here, let me see where the body is. Let's really have a good look at this. The body is in the middle, yeah. You can't do it, you have to go below the wick. Because this candle hasn't closed above yet, it can easily flip, retest here, and then continue up. Yeah, DAX is hard, man. DAX is hard these days. This is the impulsive moves I was looking for yesterday. That's why yesterday I tried to buy from just the range low. Because on the range low, at the highs, it's being very impulsive. So that's why yesterday, I know it was confusing, but yesterday that's why I literally took a buy from the range low. Because I know at the highs, it gets impulsive like this. But today there was no option to be in from the range low. I was looking for that. I was looking for the retest to range low. Gold, we just have no structure, man. Look at 1 minute. It's really dodgy here. Really dodgy. Like last time it did this, it's pulled back almost 100% win rate. You're actually technically safer taking a buy right now. Big 1 minute pullback, heavy pullback. Big 1 minute push, heavy pullback. Big 1 minute push, possible heavy pullback. So if we can get this pullback right now, we can maybe sell aggressively because we have closed below 70 here. We have closed below 70. So if we get the 1 minute pullback, will work. If not, then we're a bit stuck in the mud. So let's see if we get the 1 minute pullback. That's a nice open on DAX here, the way that this candle has opened for a scalp. see some of these levels here. So we're getting the 1 minute structure on gold here. So we could maybe take a little bit of an aggressive trade on gold. You can't buy the, I'm not talking about buying on, but I'm talking about this 1 minute pullback was bound to come and now it's coming, right? This one here. So now if this can fail again, we can get the continuation, especially if it fails a little bit earlier. But see, this is what I mean. Like literally a little bit safer to go up from here than to go down, but I'm not going to buy it like that. Obviously, I want to trade with the momentum. Ideally, we see a retest either to this point here or this point here. Either we see retest to point A or we see retest to point B. Upon that, we need to start to flip. Ideally, we retest point A and start to flip. We get a quick scalp. Put stop loss above that wick. Hello, sir. It's legendary trader myself. Your favorite trader. Please, gold sell or buy today. I need help for my students. They are complaining to join my course and group. Just send your students to my group. It's better at this point, man. It's better. Tell 50% of your group to buy and 50% of your group to sell. Then you'll always have 50% of your group happy. How long to this 5 close? 50 seconds. So we might have a thunderstorm here if this closes a little bit weaker on gold here. Thunderstorm I'll attempt, but I'm going fast AF break even because I'm not dealing with gold in FOMC day. So fast AF, I'm going break even. Looks like the 5 might close strong though. This is my point, man. We need to see how I'm very slow to sell the lows. Like even here, remember if we took this sell here that I didn't trust, you're holding a 43 point stop. You only saw 15 pips of profit and you're just stuck now at break even. You know, and this now no top wick gonna flip, break the high, put you in more drawdown. So DAX rejected the highs here. We could take setup 2 back up. We can take buys above the high, but that's about it. Hey Sharp, what's up? What's up, man? What's up, man? I'm waiting 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna call it. 5 more minutes, then I'm gonna call it till NYSE open. FOMC day, so we're taking it chill today. Also, we want to run this account up as hard as possible, right? So we don't want to start taking stupid trades. I'm new to your channel. I appreciate your content and transparency. Welcome to the team, my friend. Hopefully you enjoy it. Let me grab some water here. Is this Fusionist? No, this is my MetaTrader, bro. Will you be streaming NYC Open? Not on YouTube. In the exclusives. Do you think gold will keep rising to the end of the year? I feel we'll have a pullback. I don't trust gold today. Gonna bounce. Yeah, that's not bad. Can we take a sell on DAX? Technically, we're mixed bias, so yes, but what setup? We need a setup, right? So probably something below previous 4 at this point, or maybe bullish, then close below this previous 5-minute structure as well. I got out break even on a GU supply trade, was moving well, then reversed. Well done for following your management plan. That is good. Since you got rid of GJ, you think of adding another pair of London? I'm thinking of adding a swing pair for London, believe it or not. So I'm thinking to have a pair where I trade a little bit more higher time frame. Yes. So I have these two pairs as my like intraday pair, scalping pair, and then I look for a swing pair. I really want that balance. So I might look at GU or EU. You don't trade WTI? Actually, we should look at oil. Oil has been good, but I would like to bring back a Forex pair. But yeah, oil is a good pair, man. Oil is a good pair. Just for us VIP, you have to remember we do not have to take every trade single day to be profitable long term. Some days are just not trustworthy technical analysis. Yes, very true, John. Euro USD is good on higher time frame and trading. Yes, that's why I might consider it as like a intra-week, maybe like a 1 day, full day hold, something like that. We could get the close here on gold below on the 5, and that would be my only shot today. Quick little shot. If it closes at, I just have to leave it because it is the 30-minute close though, so that's a little bit interesting. If it blasts, then it's a different question as well, you know. We need top wick boys here though, because it's a 30 close, right? Oh, it's blasting, huh? Last 30 seconds, impulsive markets. Look at that blast. Whoa. So only hope is if DAX closes above here. Otherwise we call it. Yeah, a bit risky for me here, boys. DAX can make sense above here though. So that's the plan I'm going to leave you. Gold, be careful. Unless you try sell on 15 here. Wow. I don't think it's worth it from where we are because you have a support around 40 pips and your stop loss on 15 is going to be 53 pips. Yeah, it's not worth it. And it's at previous 4 hour as well. DAX can be worth it with a close above to continue this trend upwards. If we see structure stall and price closes below here, potential sell here as well on DAX. Potential sell here is on DAX. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave you with the plan. Appreciate you all showing up. Hope to see you guys on tomorrow's stream. Much love. Take care. And hopefully speak to you guys very, very soon. And I appreciate you guys showing up as always. Let's go. FOMC. And tomorrow we kill it. Let's see. Cheers, cheers. Hopefully see you soon.